Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. Hello, how are you all? Hope you are doing fine by the grace of Almighty Allah. Welcome to NIVS Home School, and I am Muhammad Ariful Islam, Assistant Teacher of English, National Ideal English Version Skill Morning Shift. Today I am going to take our Bangladesh and Global Studies class for class 6 students. Our today's topic, Chapter 13, Discussion plus Oral Sheet. So, my dear students, open your Bangladesh and Global Studies book class 6 and go to page number 101, chapter 13, Sustainable Development Goals, or SDG. 101 page, chapter 13, Sustainable Development Goals. So let's see our today's class 6, subject Bangladesh and Global Studies, term annual, topic chapter 13, discussion plus oral sheet, lecture 12, SW will be 11. Teacher Ariful Islam, this is my mobile number, messenger ID, and today's date 28/09/20. So let's start the class. So our today's lecture is chapter 13, Sustainable Development Goals, SDG. The United Nations UN was established on 24 October 1945. Since its inception, the UN has commendable roles in ensuring global safety, economic development, social progress, and cooperation. In line with this effort, the organization declared Millennium Development Goals (MDG) in 2000, aiming at a world free from hunger, poverty, disparity, disease, and environmental disaster. After the expiry of the period set for MDG in 2015, the UN declared the Sustainable Development Goals (SDG) with a fresh deadline 2030 to achieve them. So, Sustainable Development Goals will be finished in 2030. Lesson 1, Sustainable Development Habitat. We get essential elements like oxygen, fuel, food, water, land, and shelter from the nature of this earth. Our earth is constantly changing ecologically, economically, and socially. So with the rise of the world populations, human demands and luxuries are also increasing. In order to meet these demands, human beings are trying to raise their status as well as income. For example, they are building new houses, roads, industries, and infrastructures. Farmers are multiplying their productions by using fertilizers and pesticides. It has adverse impact on environment and biodiversity. Sustainable development is a process where futurity is pivotal. It puts equal emphasis on the protection of nature. It values present demands without neglecting future needs. We'll move to next page. Sustainable development emphasizes environment-friendly farming that help keep natural resources of present and future time impact. Sustainable development does not only mean conservation of environment and economic development. It rather covers social and human development issues. For example, eradication of poverty through quality education, removing disparity from the society through collaborations between men and women, casting votes peacefully, holding peaceful protest if necessary are also some issues under SDG. So lesson 2, let's move to lesson 2, UN approved Sustainable Development Goals SDG. In September 2000, the United Nations organized the Millennium Development Summit. In that summit, 8 goals were fixed and pledges were made to achieve them by 15. So, Millennium Development Goal was about to achieve 2000 by 2015. Meanwhile, the deadline for achieving the Millennium Development Goals is over. As a continuation of it, the United Nations has declared the Sustainable Development Goals (SDG) that has opened a chapter of cooperation in the world. 17 goals have been fixed in SDG. Actions for achieving the goals of sustainable development started in January 2016 with a view to changing the world. This January will end on 31st. This journey will end on 31st December 2030, or the Sustainable Development Goal will end on 13 December 2030. We'll move to next page. The 17 Sustainable Development Goals are: number 1, ending poverty in all forms by 2030. Number 2, ending hunger, achieving food security and improved nutrition and promoting sustainable agriculture. Number 3, ensuring healthy life and well-being. Number 4, ensuring inclusive and equitable quality education. Number 5, achieving gender equality and empowering all women and girls. Number 6, ensuring availability and sustainable management of water and sanitation for all. Number 7, ensuring affordable, reliable, sustainable and clean energy for all. Number 8, promoting sustained, inclusive and sustainable economic growth, full and productive employment and decent work for all. Number 9, building disaster resistant sustainable infrastructure and promoting inclusive and sustainable industrialization and fostering innovation. Number 10, reducing inequality within and among countries. Number 11, making cities and human settlement inclusive, safe, resilient and sustainable. Number 12, ensuring sustainable consumption and production patterns. 13, taking urgent action to combat climate change and its impact. 14, conserving and sustainable using the seas, oceans and marine resources for sustainable development. Number 15, protecting, restoring and promoting sustainable use of terrestrial ecosystems, sustainably managing forests, combating desertifications and halting and reversing land degradations and halting biodiversity loss. 16, promoting peaceful and inclusive societies for sustainable development, providing access to justice for all and building effective, accountable and inclusive institutions at all levels. Number 17, strengthening the means of implementations and revitalizing the global partnerships for sustainable development. So that's all for 17 sustainable development goals. So Bangladesh has also earned reputations in achieving MDG that ended in 2015. Now the country has been working for attaining sustainable development goals by 2030. So that's today's lecture. We will also learn today oral sheet also. So you have got the oral sheet. Memorize the oral sheet at home. I'm reading for you. Bangladesh and Global Studies sheet for oral test. Number 1. Which one is the oldest civilization of Indian subcontinent? The Indus civilization is the oldest civilization of Indian subcontinent. Number 2, how many villages are there in Wari Bateshwar at present? There are 2 villages in Wari Bateshwar at present. Number 3, what are the major towns of Indus civilization? Harappa and Mohenjo-daro are the major towns of Indus civilization. Number 4, what has been found in Mohenjo-daro? A large bathing space has been found in Mohenjo-daro. Number 5, what was the main source of income in the Roman civilization? Business was the main source of income in the Roman civilization. How many people do live in per square kilometer in Bangladesh according to census 2011? In Bangladesh, 1015 people live in per square kilometer according to the census 2011. What is demography? The calculation or measurement of describing of people of a state is called demography. Number 8, what are the dominant elements for change of population? The dominant elements for change of population are birth rate, migration, marriage and social mobility. Number 9, who cannot afford to eat nutritious food? The poor cannot afford to eat nutritious food. Number 10, how has man achieved supremacy among all creatures? Man has achieved supremacy among all creatures of the world because of having intellectual power. Number 11, how are friendship and kingship formed among us? Friendship and kingship are formed among us as a result of living together. Number 12, what is the first phase of forming a society? So family is the first phase of forming a society. What is the main work of primitive people? The main work of primitive people was to collect fruits, fishing, hunting birds and animals. Number 14, what are the remarkable tools of prehistoric or Stone Age society? The remarkable tool of prehistoric or Stone Age society were notched spear, harpoon for fishing and noodles for made of bones. Number 15, according to the sociologist, who invented cultivations? Women invented cultivation according to the sociologist. 16, was there existence of a state in the primitive world? No, there was no existence of a state in the primitive world, even though man was born much earlier. 17, how many elements does a state have? A state has 4 elements: territory, populations, government and sovereign power. 18, what is the supreme power of a journey? Sovereign power is the supreme power of a country. 19, when did Bangladesh emerge as a sovereign country? Bangladesh emerged as a sovereign country on 16 December 1971. Number 20, who are called citizens? The permanent residents of a state are called citizens. 21, acquiring citizenship by birth is based on what? Acquiring citizenship by birth is based on 2 principles: jus sanguinis and jus soil. What type of government does Bangladesh have? Bangladesh has the democratic government. Number 23, what is religion? Religion is a kind of belief which is expressed through certain rules, rituals and festivals. 24, what has great influence in social life? Socialization has a great influence in social life. This process turns a child into a proper man. 25, which things are essential for a newborn child? When a child is born, he or she feels the necessity of 2 things. One is food and the other is maintaining body temperatures. So my dear student, that's all for today. So today SW is SW11, submit on Sunday, chapter 13, make 10 MCQ. SW11, submit on Sunday, chapter 13, make 10 MCQ. So my dear students, that's all for today. Do your SN SW at home and submit on Sunday with an 8 to 4 PM in the school library. You know your SW is very important because we are giving SB, CT and diary mark on the basis of the submission of your SW copies. We are giving 2.5 mark each of your SW copies. So that's all for today. Keep practicing at home. Avoid your parents. Stay safe, stay well. See you again. Till then, Allah Hafiz. Assalamu alaikum.